Alright, gang, so CTS Luh Wick just dropped the Bloodhound diss with Sumodub. Now, before we get into this reaction, right, I did the Bloodhound 60K reaction. And in that video, you know what I mean, Bloodhound Q50 was dissing, you know, CTS Luh Wick. But in the video, I was like, bro, I done listened to somebody from St. Louis that he talking about, that I thought he could be talking about, but I couldn't remember bro name. But when I dropped the video, you feel me, I made sure I put that reaction to CTS Luh Wick in the description on that video. So make sure y'all rush that one if y'all missed out on that Bloodhound Q50 60K. But like I said, he done dropped the Bloodhound diss, man. So y'all know we gotta tap in. Now, like I told y'all, I reacted to CTS Luh Wick one time before, so I think this, but this is gonna be our second reaction, you feel me? And y'all know we gotta get into it just cause of the title. Like, let's be real, like, I ain't even gonna fake it, you hear me? Like, I wanna see what bro gotta say, especially after the situation that occurred with Bloodhound Q50, then Bloodhound Q50 goes on to drop 60K, you hear me? So yeah, man, I hope y'all tapped in with it though. I hope y'all rushing that notification bell too, that way y'all know when I'm dropping videos over here. And yeah, definitely keep turning it up, you hear me? But come on, gang, let's get into this Bloodhound diss, man.
Modern vampires of the sea.
Fuck Bloodhound, you know what the fuck going on? It's not the game.
I really get through every gap, make your Q50 rap. Go post up in the rack, I catch Bloodhound, go get his little ass crack. Bird ass can't rap his.
Wait, hold on, cause he finna come out the all Bloodhound? Well, I mean, he did already by saying F Bloodhound at the beginning of the song, but damn, he gonna just revert too? Hold on, let's take this back. His brother said he gonna go to the rack and get killed 50. I don't think that's gonna happen, gang. I ain't gonna lie. But shit, let's see.
Bloodhound, you know what the fuck going on? It's not the game.
I really get through every gap, make your Q50 rap. Go post up in the rack, I catch Bloodhound, go get his little ass crack. Bird ass can't rap his ass, and twack his ass be having perk attack. If you ain't smoking Lil Jeff full of scoom, then sorry, we can't match. 50 stiff perks off the core, I got 100 in my oil. We got.
That nigga said if you not smoking Lil Jeff or Lil Scoom, then we can't match. I'm gonna let it play before I get my opinion. Hold on, I'm gonna let it play a little bit before I get my opinion, gang. Just let's key into this, alright? Let's take some key notes along the way, alright?
Bird ass can't rap his ass, and twack his ass be having perk attack. If you ain't smoking Lil Jeff full of scoom, then sorry, we can't match. 50 stiff perks off the core, I got 100 in my oil. We got a 60 on 2 Drakes, it's like 220 in this car. It's number traces in this Glock, you try to run, won't make it fall. Went on the hit, he hit the splits, and then he watched Lil Jeff ass fall. Can't even get gas at they stove. In Maryland trying to tap a fro. Be damned, I go like through the Wendy's, trying to get a 4 for 4. I put a Bloodhound in my scope, it's guaranteed I up the scope. And fuck Bloodhound, take Boogie in that cell, his ass really a hoe. Them fake ass.
Alright, gang. I gotta pause it here because, Nick, did y'all hear what he just said? It made me turn around. And I'm like, I don't know if I could be a part of this one. I don't know. That brother said Q50 went on a drill with Lil Jeff and watched his ass fall. And then he fell in the video down the stairs as representation of when Lil Jeff got hit. Then he go on to say F Bloodhound J Boogie. He pretty much a sucker in themselves. Like, he weak in themselves. Now, I want to know, though, how would CTS Luh Wick know that? Was you ever locked up with Bloodhound J Boogie? You feel me? Because he from St. Louis. Unless he done got arrested in Iraq and was somehow, you know what I'm saying, sent to the same jail or same prison that Bloodhound J Boogie was in. And I doubt that's the case. So how he got that information? I ain't gonna lie, bro. CTS Luh Wick, you bold for making this. Like, we not even done, but you bold. Because a lot of stuff that you saying, you wildin' right now, gang. I'm not gonna hold you. Damn, once Bloodhound Q50 get ears to this, Bloodhound J Boogie and Real Vert, I don't know what's gonna happen, brother. I don't. And on top of that, y'all done already fired shots at Q50. I don't know what's gonna happen after this one, gang. This right here might get real serious, and I'm not gonna hold y'all. Cause listen what he's saying. He getting on that time and that Q50 be on his music. Let's be honest.
Tap a fro. Be damned, I go like through the Wendy's, trying to get a 4 for 4. I put a Bloodhound in my scope, it's guaranteed I up the scope. And fuck Bloodhound, take Boogie in that cell, his ass really a hoe. Them fake ass hats ain't got no beats, we catching beats about these beats. Told lil' brother throw me the keys. I drop my ski, then switch, he sneak. I tap the fully on his ass collapse, I watch his body free. Keep doing all that trolling, Lil Jeff ain't gon' be on my peak. Boy, we fuck with 9-5, smoke on Lil Jeff to the head. Bro was in there with J Boogie, said he working with the feds. We can't get.
Wait, hold on. He said bro was in there with J Boogie, said he working with the feds. Hold on, take it back, cause what did he have on the screen too? Who?
I smoke on Lil Jeff to the head. Bro was in there with J Boogie, said he.
Oh, that's just say free the Parkers.
Working with the feds. We can't get cracked on no drill like they did.
Who the fuck was locked up in a cell with J Boogie? They had that type of news to report, saying that J Boogie working with the feds. I highly doubt that, cause how long was J Boogie locked up for? He was in there for some time, no? Like for real? Like he had been locked up for a minute type shit. Damn, hold on, cause this be the thing about drill, bro. You only hear one side when you only listen to one side. You feel me? Y'all know over here we tapping in. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't no, you know what I'm saying, picking sides over here and nothing. We taps in, gang. So it's like once you start tapping into the other side, it's like you find out a little more information. Now it don't mean that anything on either side, anything on either side that anybody say is true, right? That's not what that mean. But you do get different point of views. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, bro. This right here low key blowing me, gang. Like what the fuck? Bloodhound J Boogie working with the feds. That don't even sound right. But shit, you never know. Let's be real, you never know.
Lil Jeff ain't gon' be on my peak. Boy, we fuck with 9-5, smoke on Lil Jeff to the head. Bro was in there with J Boogie, said he working with the feds. We can't get cracked on no drill like they did that nigga Jeff. Mixy money with that Lil Jeff, but we still smoke J-Mo head. Crack through the lock, bucking the switches, yeah, we want Q50 dead. What the fuck is a bloodhound? Them niggas somewhere snorting meds. 7 sisters in this micro drink, they smack it like some pigs. Whole gang jumped out with fully chopped. Show them how them slums get.
These dudes put the video of Jeff on here and then go on to say, who the fuck is Bloodhound? They smoking, you know what I'm saying? They doing them things. They doing that one stuff you don't want to get into. Then they saying we want Q50 dead. Damn. Chicago to St. Louis. It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Chicago to St. Louis and St. Louis to Chicago is crazy beef. Like I said, I don't know how this finna go, bro. They getting mighty disrespectful on this bit.
Q50 dead. What the fuck is a bloodhound? Them niggas somewhere snorting meds. 7 sisters in this micro drink, they smack it like some pigs. Whole gang jumped out with fully chopped. Show them how them slums get. RDK Bloodhound, KD1K, and I'm still 7K. If you ain't smoking J-Mo, Jeff, and Scoom, then we can't match today. Fully pieced the drink on the way to the rack, call up Lil Drake. State troopers try to flick on this 6-1, but that's an easy bait.
What the fuck going on? Fuck Bloodhound, all that diss that shit. I don't even be on all that diss that shit. Motherfucker got me the suit. Motherfucker got me turned up out there. I'm moving straight in this bitch. You know what the fuck going on? Goddamn bitch. We in this motherfucker.
They wildin'.
Free all my partners, man. Breaking this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Free deep on the man. That's who we smoke. That's who we smoke.
That was wild. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why it's so wild to me, gang, is because look. Now we done seen, you know, people go back and forth with Q50 in the music. Mainly, so I wouldn't even say Q50, but I would more so say like, okay, maybe Trap City Terrell might have dropped the song. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did his little 1-2s. When Q50 and Scrooly G linked up, you know, and they was going up against Billionaire Black. Alright, you know, a few little disses there too. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is like super direct. Like this is only about Bloodhound. You feel me? Ain't nobody else involved. They're not talking about Screwly. They're not talking about nobody else on the outside. He only pertains to Bloodhound in this song, right? So that's why it's blowing me even more, because the things that he said, you gotta think, bro. Y'all know Q50 heard about Jeff. Let's be real. Alright, we know he heard about Scoom, but we know for sure he heard about Jeff. Alright, and Z Money. I ain't hear no Z Money diss in here, unless, you know, maybe Z Money real name is J-Mo or something. I don't really know, because, you know what I mean, I don't know all of that. But from what I heard in this song, I didn't hear him specifically diss Z Money, unless, like I said, J-Mo was a name or something. But We heard the direct Jeff disses. We see the Jeff video of, you know what I mean, Jeff getting, you know, on that drill. So it's like, this is so direct towards Bloodhound. Like, he mentioned Jeff, he mentioned Lil Scoom, he mentioned Bloodhound Q50, he mentioned Rel Vert, he mentioning all the people, you know what I'm saying, by name in this song. So it's like, this right here just produces more disrespect, you know. It produces another angle right now. And that's why I'm like, I don't know how this finna go, bruh. Because we know Q50 heard about Jeff, you know. And with CTS taking it even further and putting it in the music, you know what I'm saying, coming right after them, I don't know how this finna go, bruh. Because y'all gotta think, like I said, they done already shot at Q50, right? They thought they parked bro, right? Bro, whole time on the jet with his feet up, looking at the post, talking about he dead, right? Then Q50 go on to drop the song 60K, making his point, saying that they mad because he took 60K from him. You know, he goes on to diss CTS Luh Wick in the song, saying that, you know, he a white boy, he can't shoot for real, whoop, 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 he not about that life, right? And now we getting the diss from CTS Luh Wick and his homie Sumodub, a straight Bloodhound diss. So at this point, I don't know how it's finna go, you know, because obviously the people on, you know, coming from St. Louis, they willing to take that drive or take that run to do a drill, obviously, because they just shot out Q50, right? Now, it's about, I wonder if Q50 and them really gonna slide on, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it's gonna get tricky at, because it's like, look, say for example, Q50 hear this song, right? He allow it to piss him the fuck off to the extreme. He like, hell no, I'm getting up in that car and I'm heading to St. Louis and handling business. It puts him in a situation, because it's like, damn, this could low-key be the end of his career, because he could go to jail or something worse could happen in the process, you know what I mean? And I don't want to see none of that. And I'm gonna be real, I don't want to see it on either side, because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, we all got enough room on this world, you know what I'm saying, to make money. You know, I love the disrespect in the music, but I know with it being so disrespectful in the music, it's obviously gonna let out into the street. And that's what I get nervous for, because it's like, we don't, at the end of the day, me personally, I don't want nobody to get hurt. You feel me? Like, I don't on either side. Like, just let everybody do that, you know what I'm saying, do that little shit talking, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is going to get more traction to CTS Luh Wick as well, just due to the fact he is dissing Bloodhound. So it's like, fuck, I wonder how Bloodhound gonna take this, you know? And it's like, the way Bloodhound be talking, everybody gonna be expecting that get back. Let's be real, you know what I mean? Everybody is expecting Bloodhound Q50, you know, Bloodhound in general, to do something back, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how this gonna go, gang. I don't. He done diss Bloodhound J Boogie. He done pretty much call Bloodhound J Boogie a rat and a snitch by saying that he working with the feds. And they got a line, Sumodub got a line in here where he said bro was the one that said that, you know what I mean? So obviously bro was locked up with Bloodhound J Boogie and got this news. Now, is that true? We don't know that. You know, you can never take anything in drill music for truth. We don't have the straight up facts. We don't have the straight up proof, you know? But it's just crazy to hear the allegations, especially with this image that we already have of Bloodhound as a whole, you know what I mean? So I really don't know how this is gonna go, gang. I don't, bro. That's why I'm like, when Q50 and them get ears to this, man, that's all I could think is, man, you feel me? But gang, y'all let me know what y'all feeling about this. You know, this was overly disrespectful. Y'all seen it for yourselves. Y'all heard it for yourself. If you got to take it back once again, do that, gang, to get a real clear picture on what the fuck we just heard and seen. You feel me? But, yeah, bro, CTS Luh Wick and Sumodub. Y'all wildin', gang. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Y'all wildin'. But shit, we just gonna see how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna lie, we gonna see how it's gonna go. You feel me? I like the fact, I'm gonna be real, I like the fact that they're not being scary now, you know? I like the fact that with Bloodhound Q50 dropping that 60K, they return something fire. They return some fire, you know what I mean? So it ain't nobody being scary on either side, but shit, when they get to them streets though, nigga, I don't know, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feeling, gang. Hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. Definitely run it up, you feel me? And go check out that 60K if y'all missed out. I'm gonna get it to you on the next video.